Hey everyone, we're going to be making our own stamps. One way to make your own stamps is using fun foam. I am using fun foam stickers. I had this extra wooden block, so I'm mounting the foam stickers on the block and using it like a regular stamp. Easy peasy, really. This is not a permanent, but it is a cheap way to get new stamps. You don't have to just use the shapes that you purchased. You can also cut them out and fit them to your needs. You can also make a stamp out of cork. All you will need is cork and a craft knife. I am using a pen to make an outline of a star, then I'm using a craft knife to cut lines into the cork, and then I will cut the lines sideways to get the excess cork to lift off. After this attempt, cork is not my favorite material to work with. It's actually a little scary at times to use a craft knife on it. I'm sure it doesn't help that I haven't changed my craft knife blade in a long time, but the cork is spongy and tough to work with at the same time. I'm trying to remember to cut away from myself so there's no risk to doing any damage or hurting myself. It's just good practice to have. Now I'm testing out my stamp. It looks not bad. It leaves a little bit of an uneven impression, but that is cork. It's not solid, it is porous. Instead of cleaning my new cork stamp on a traditional stamp cleaner, I'm just stamping off the excess ink until I can't see my ink anymore. A more customizable way to make your own stamps is to use an eraser and a craft knife. I'm trying to draw a cupcake on this old eraser. Then I'm going in with a craft knife to cut lines into the eraser just like I would do with a cork. When you're going to cut the round edges, I recommend cutting many little straight lines to get your curve, not to bend the curve around. This way you'll get a little bit more control over where the curve is, and it'll give you a nicer, more rounded curve. The eraser is so much easier to work with. It is still spongy, but easy to cut. I think it turned out well, but I wanted the line between the top and the bottom to stand out a little bit more, so I went in again and tried to make a thin line, but I failed and made it too wide. But I guess it still looks cute. I wanted something small that I can use in my planner. Unfortunately, it is still a little large for my taste. I am stamping off the excess ink on the scrap pieces of paper until you can't see any more ink, and then switching to a new ink. The last way I'm going to show you how to make your own stamps is using the eraser at the end of a pencil. It is pretty much using the same method as the other DIY stamps in this video. I used a pen to make an outline and then cut into the eraser with a craft knife. This one is quick because you can't go into too much detail because of the size of the surface area. This is by far my favorite material to work with. It is cute because it's so small and it comes with its own handle. Another plus is that I can stamp it into my planner, and I think it's the perfect size. You can also just use the end of eraser without any modifications. Then you will have a small circle that you can use in your planner as well. There you have it, 4 different ways to make your own customizable stamps from materials at home. Thanks for watching and good luck with your stamps.